Hi, Shashwat here. Day 3 of my lockdown diaries. This lockdown diaries is my attempt to document my experiences and thought as we go through these testy times brought on us by the coronavirus epidemic. So that's about it. I hope you guys are enjoying it a little bit as much as I am enjoying making it. Today is a Tuesday, Tuesday 31st, the end of financial year, and Tuesday is a very special day if you are a citizen of Mumbai. You know, Tuesday is a day that belongs to Lord Ganesha if you are a Mumbaikar. So on Tuesday, the Siddhivinayak temple, at the Siddhivinayak temple, thousands and lakhs of people congregate. They visit the temple, they take the darshan. And in the area of Dadar and Prabha Devi, you'll have these long, snaky, serpentine queues going around. I also tend to go there on, whenever I find an occasion on Tuesday. It's very calming in that sense. But yes, the temples are closed. They have been closed for some time now. You have the Shirdi that is closed. Tirupati temples are closed. All major institutions that are closed, religious institutions. And it makes you just think and wonder, religion plays such an important aspect in our lives, especially if you're an Indian, right? Religion becomes very important. Our lives, there are so many things that are in our lives that are built around religious aspects, be it puja, be it offering prayers, going to temple, doing this, attending mass, doing namaz. All these different aspects are an important aspect of our life. But in times of distress and crisis like this, religion becomes completely non-essential, so as to speak. We are so concerned and fastidious about religion, and suddenly when it's not there, or suddenly when we don't have the time, we can do well without it. We keep fighting over it, and when it's not there, we seem to be doing pretty good. In that sort of manner, it's inconsequential. Religion in a manner is inconsequential. It's man-made, and we can do without it to a great extent. We seem to be doing well without God. On the contrary, if you look, religion has played a very different role. It's kind of threaten. It's a kind of increases the threat to our lives. So you have take the case of South Korea, where the largest number of infections of coronavirus had come from that the sermon, the biblical sect that was there, and those were the most impacted. In Southeast Asia, you had Indonesia and all, where these congregations are happening, and they are becoming a big issue. Take the case of India right now. The biggest issue that is going is Tabligh-e-Jamaat. The Hazrat Nizamuddin. God knows how many infected people are there. It could be hundreds or thousands. We don't know. I remember there was this temple preacher from in Punjab, the preacher who went there and who might have created a threat to so many lives. So in that sense, religion is working against the society. All these religious aspects are working against society. All these congregations getting together is antithetical to what we need right now. And it kind of also makes you wonder, in these trying and testing times, where is God for that matter? Where is God when we need Him the most? Where do we see Him? Sometimes your faith and sometimes your belief kind of get tested. I remember this song which was there when I was much young. There was this beautiful song. I don't know the film per se. I remember the song. It was picturized, black and white song, picturized on Raj Kapoor. And it was written by Sahil Ludhianvi, the great poet. And I remember those lines, आसमां पे है खुदा और ज़मीं पे हम, आजकल वो इस तरफ देखता है कम. So in that sense, I sometimes feel that God has taken a break from our affairs. He seems to have given up. Okay, रहने दो इन लोगों को, kind of a thing. Let them be. He has taken a break, and that's how this is. So yeah. So God knows. Let's hope so. Lord Almighty, He or she, that is, they come back, and they come back to. I don't say they can save us anymore, because it's dependent on us to get together, work systems out. Science at this moment is our religion, and we should pay a lot of attention to that and follow those things. The priests right now are our doctors who are working tirelessly and endlessly. Again, a great, I would like to, whatever, in my own personal way, everyone is applauding them, but yes, I would like to show my appreciation. It takes, for us it's very easy sitting at homes and talking and doing our exercise, making videos and talking about our struggles, but imagine if you have to go out and risk your life each and every moment for the sake of stalling those things. So they are playing a sterling role right now, and whatever appreciation we can do is less. The news per se, if you look at the global thing, the news is grim as always. The spread is increasing, people dying are increasing. Yes, there's a slowdown in the spread, but yeah, the news is sad. In US, if you see, yesterday the governor of New York, Cuomo, who's doing a very, he's being the leader that possibly the whole of US require, right? He was getting emotional about the fact, and he was almost pleading for medical equipment to be able to save those lives. And so it's kind of a grim picture if you look globally. And there's this quote that I remember I read somewhere. It said that things will get things will get worse before they get better. So right now I think so we are moving in that stage and scenario where things will get worse with each passing day. There are projections that this might be for the next 2-3 months. Cases might peak by the end of April in UK, and those kind of things are, there's different models going on all over the place. In that sense, India, touchwood, again is doing, I'm positively hopeful at the moment. Again, as I say, we are not sure. Things can go pretty worse. Between the time I shoot this video and upload, things might have just, with an epidemic of this proportions, we can't make any prognosis. I might look like a complete fool at the end of the day, but yes, we seem to be doing good. 1100, 1200 all cases, considering the size and spread of India. My biggest worry is what happens when this lockdown period, April 15 thing passes. The government is still saying that they might not extend that thing, and what happens after that? At these times, these are the things that bother you the most. We have bought some time with us. I hope we do better in that. On yesterday's post that I had made, on yesterday's video, a friend of mine had posted a comment which talked about the testing issues in India. We are not testing sufficient people, and how South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore and all have done relatively better because of the increased testing. I completely concur with him. In fact, if on March 10th, I think so, March 10th or 11th, I had sent a tweet marking our Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan and PMO. I had spoken about this issue. I tweeted to them, see, testing would be the biggest criteria, because countries like US and Japan are suffering because they are not able to test these things. But we also need to understand that, the countries like Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, and even Hong Kong for that matter. Back in 2003, 2004, early 2000, when the SARS epidemic, the severe acute respiratory syndrome, had come, these were the countries that were more impacted. So they had a kind of experience and learnings that they took. Even if you see the video made by the Prime Minister of Singapore, he speaks about this learning. So he knew about the kind of things that might happen, and they were kind of aware, the systems were kind of prepared, and that's why they were able to react. Countries like India, countries like, you can say, even the countries in Europe, they were not prepared for us. They were not prepared for something like this. So in that sense, you have to understand that there will be mistakes committed. There will be shortcomings. There will be things that will go wrong, and there's nothing that we can do about it. The sad part is that because of all these, shortcoming, mistakes or whatsoever, lives will be precious, lives will be lost. And that is the most tragic and the saddening aspect of it. At these trying times, we as citizens, we can only do this to stand together. We need to ensure that we stay healthy, we follow the guidelines, we stay quarantined, we stay healthy not only for ourselves but also to not become a burden on the system. Every one of us, we shouldn't be sick simply because we will become a burden on the healthcare system. We will be the spreaders, and the government will have to take care of us. So whosoever, for every one people that is not getting sick, we are helping a lot of other people in that sense. So that is the only thing that the positive that I can look. And hopefully, I am hopeful that once this whole thing passes, we can then get down to the thing and analyze what were the right things we did, what were the wrong things we did. There will be a lot of things that we can segregate on those terms. At this moment right now, we have to focus on the positive, we have to focus on the action right now. This is not the time to do deep end analysis of that thing. So that's about it when it comes on the global thing. On a personal scenario, things continue as they are, household codes, whatsoever we are doing. Strangely, the days, it doesn't matter if you are in a Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday or those kind of things. So we are doing that. Yesterday we saw Police Academy. So Police Academy, that film we saw at the KG. There were a couple of scenes that we had to fast forward them, if you understand what I mean. I was reminded of the child when we were kid. Whenever such kind of intimate scenes used to come on the screen, our parents would look at us and we would shut our eyes. So we were kind of experiencing that. There were a couple of scenes like that. So beyond that, and there was another interesting aspect. I was talking about Mahabharata and Ramayana being aired by Doordarshan. Like just a random thought. I was thinking, forget Ramayana. There are lots of amazing serials that were there on Doordarshan. Doordarshan in that sense was a great repository of content. So you had serials like Katha Sagar, you had Darpan, you had Bunyad, you had Tamas, you had Vikram Betal. Vikram Betal we keep watching on YouTube now and then. So those kind of serials, it would be wondrous. So just like you had that Coke launching their classic flavor, so you could have that classic Doordarshan which will just keep airing them. Like Malgudi Days. Malgudi Days, the serial is available on Prime Video and it's an amazing thing. We keep watching that now and then. There were some serials. My dad was also into television, so as a sound record, so he was there, I think, so in a serial Dr. Sahab, and then he was there in a serial for Teacher, which was Pankaj Kapoor was the actor. There could be some more serials. I two serials specifically, I'll tell you. There's this serial Adalat by Dheeraj Kumar, Creative Eye, and Kahan Gaye Wo Log, again by Creative Eye. I wish they would air those serials. And the reason why I am saying is, those serials should be aired is because when I was a kid, I had played small roles in it. And sadly, they are not available on YouTube. It would be fun if I could, I could get a chance to watch them and possibly show off in front of my kids. So so that's about it. So those are the things that we are doing. Also if you are a great fan of books and all, I think so Audible, there are a couple of great books that are available. My personal recommendation would be to listen to Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry books are brilliant. So he has this whole book Heroes, which talks about mythology and all. His series on Sherlock Holmes is also wonderful. So the best thing about Stephen Fry is you can listen to it and you feel great about it. The other one that is there, Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister series is also available. So I keep listening. But it's much better fun if you watch it on YouTube. Those were the great series that you can watch and while away. So that's about it from me today, day 3 of my lockdown diaries. I hope to catch with you tomorrow again. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay inside. So I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye bye.